Hey everybody, this is going to be the first video for the Cubbler Thorp 2020 campaign page on Facebook. I've had a lot of texts, emails, messages from people wanting to know if I'm serious. 1,000,000,000%. I have no idea if I'll be able to do it or not, but I'm 100% serious that I'm going to be making an effort to become the president in 2020. I know that it's like literally getting struck by lightning 10 times in a row, what my chances are. But I have a plan. I think it might work. I think it's unique on how I can get the message out and get people to listen and pay attention and try to understand where I'm coming from and what my viewpoints are and what Toby's viewpoints are and how we work together. Toby and I have been best friends since we met when we were 18 years old in the Army. We've been inseparable. He's basically my right arm. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for him, and same him for me. And I didn't even ask him if he would be my vice president. I kind of just put it out there, and he said yes, basically without even having to say yes, because I need him, and he's somebody that if this is going to work, I need somebody that I know has my back 24/7 and has the intelligence and the background and the intellect and the passion for his country that I do. And I think it's a great partnership that might be fresh and different for the leadership of this country. It just kind of came to me that this is what I wanted to do about a year ago. I wasn't sure when, but I kind of thought that if I was going to go, I might as well go big. I don't have any desire to really be a politician at all. That's why I'm not running for local office. It bores me, quite frankly. And it's kind of frustrating to watch the process by which they do their jobs. And the governments use funding from special interest groups to make decisions for us. And I'm not going to go that route. I'm going to go the complete opposite route. I'm going to go with 100% funded by the people, and every dollar will go towards policies and creating pathways for everybody to find success. And any money that's left over from the campaign will be donated to charity, most likely veteran-based, and then also children-based, especially kids with disabilities. So that's kind of the plan. I got a pretty unique way of I'm going to get the message out, and hopefully it works. You saw that I posted on Facebook that I want a YouTuber with at least 1 million subscribers. My plan is to utilize the power of information through kids. I believe that the 14 to 18-year-old kids today that are on YouTube looking at videos are going to be the ones that are going to be making decisions for our country in 4 years. I believe there's a way that we can utilize YouTube and the mass followings that they have, these guys that are YouTubers that have millions and millions of subscribers, to help send messages. And then you obviously using social media and emails and things of that nature. But ultimately, I think YouTube is the way that I'm going to be able to get the message out in such a manner that it gets spread quickly and it goes viral. Because ultimately, nobody knows who Matt Cubbler is outside of Pottstown, Pennsylvania. And that's okay, but they will. And I'm not going to run as a party affiliated person. I'm not going to be a Republican. I'm not going to be a Democrat or an independent or anything. I'm just going to be me and Toby, two dudes, running for the highest office in the world. That's it. That's all we're going to do. I'm not going to have anybody that I owe or beholden to or anything like that. It's going to be, if you believe in what we're talking about, then you're going to donate to the crowdfunding campaign, and we're going to use that money to help get the message out there, and that's kind of how it's going to start. I haven't figured it all out yet. I kind of have a plan in my head on how I can accomplish it, and I have a vision, very big vision on what I think this country can once again become. And I have viewpoints that are very conservative on some levels and very non-conservative on others. But I'm definitely more conservative in my thought process. But I'm also very understanding, and I can see both sides of every situation. And I think people that are more on the liberal side can probably see some logic in things that I say. And my goal is to bring people together and give them a voice and let them know that they have the power to run their country. And it's not going to be this social elite and the political elite that are leading this country. Donald Trump's got the presidency for the next 4 years. And what he did actually is the thing that allowed me to have the balls to go out in public and say, I'm going to do it. He became the first person to never hold political office to become the president of the United States. That's going to be me next. I'm going to be number 2. I don't mind being second. He spent the billions of dollars figuring out how to do it. And I'm just going to use his blueprint, change it up a little bit, but use it in the sense that he found a way to get people to pay attention to what he had to say, and they voted for him. And I'm going to use some of the same things that he did as far as how did he get messaging out and getting people to understand that the decades and decades and decades and sometimes even centuries of political corruptness is no longer going to be tolerated by our country and the people that live in it. So this is my first video. There will be videos from Toby, I hope. He's not necessarily a video guy, but we're going to see if we can get him on some videos. We're going to talk about some topics. We're going to answer every question directly, not with a roundabout answer. If you ask me about my thoughts on race relations in the United States, we're going to talk about that. I'm not going to switch gears and talk about gay and lesbian marriages at the same time. So that's what we're going to do. Hope you guys appreciate it. To my friends and family that are going to support me, thank you. Spread the word. I'm a good dude. Trust me, I've made my mistakes, and I'm going to tell everybody all about them in the beginning so that there's no skeletons in the closet. And if anybody has extra ones maybe I forgot, you're going to let me know, and I appreciate that. We'll talk about it. But I'm not going to be one of those guys that's trying to hide behind the veil of secrecy. It's going to be out there. Hell, I wrote a book. Most of it's in that. So if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this right. All right, guys. Thank you. God bless. God bless America.